Hi everyone. I'm here. I'm going to talk about Black Panther and the Crew issue 2, the review, and a bunch of news. I enjoyed this comic. The Black Panther and the Crew. It's the second issue. Not that much Black Panther in this book. With the Crew. Well, I guess they're starting a team. The Crew is going to be a team of black characters. It's Black Panther, of course. Storm from the X-Men. Luke Cage and Misty Knight. And Manifold. Did I forget anybody else in this team? Luke Cage. Yep, that's it. And the story so far, I don't want to give out too much away. Or anything really. But it's continued from the last issue. A man named Ezra in the 50s apparently had a black superhero team. He was like a leader of a black superhero team in Harlem. Now he's currently died, and he was also a social activist. Trying to fight to make sure Harlem's a nice place for residents and stuff. And now he's dead. And so much what happened to murder. Missy Knight's trying to solve it. Apparently, Storm knew him, and like when she was in Charlotte, she's in the story. During the United Comics, I mean, there was a period when the X-Men, like what was it, the 80s, early 90s? I think it was more in the 80s. Yeah, they were dead, but they were murder hiding during Australia. And in that time period, there was they were with the what was it? Gateway. He was a mutant, and he could open portals that he could travel through. So they were hiding out in Australia, and at that time, I guess in the story, Storm also went to Harlem every once in a while, and she got involved in the community. Apparently, she was born out. Father's from Harlem, and so she was connecting with the family there. But try not to give too much away. And it's really, I like the story. It's pretty much this one is more a Storm story, and she's talking about, like I mentioned, her going back and her connection to Ezra. It was this cover. Yeah, I like the. It's just a book. It's a slow build. Like the team isn't, the crew isn't yet the crew. They're still scared. We're still building up, and this is what is going on. So it's like first issue was Misty Knight story. This is more Storm. Not sure what'll be next. They said they're gonna look for Luke Cage, so that might be the next person. But it could be somebody else. I don't want to give anything away. The other person. But yeah, it's a good book. I enjoyed the story. This is so float, and this is a problem. But I guess what really I wanted to do the video is there's been news apparently that this book, The Black Panther and the Crew, was only on the second issue. It's already been canceled. They say because of sales, which is low sales. But I mean, these aren't. This book is not on the top of the shelf. I mean, sell chart. It's somewhere in the middle, and it's a very. I find it interesting that this book is canceled already. Well, I only seen the sales for the first issue. They haven't released. There's a comic book fans already know. There's a company called Diamond that does the distribution of most of the comics in the comic book industry. And they release a sell chart every month. But the chart for issue 2 last month, or actually no, that's not last month. This month, the one that came out hasn't been released or hasn't been released yet. So that'll be up next month or so. Going by the sales from the first issue, this book is selling about a little bit over 35,000 issues, copies. I don't know how to say it. And I guess traditionally, I was looking at something. Like if you're at 30,000, under 30,000, you're usually in danger. So it's getting by. So and it's possible because sales have really dropped on this one. They lost 5,000 copies. It's an odd thing that they're canceling it already. and it's also odd. Reasons. So, but I don't know. It's not impossible that it hasn't been being so dropped. It's common for first issue to do some more than the rest of the series. But what's interesting is, I think it would have been, like, oh, before, if I ever saw this, I'm like, oh, it's sad, but this is also odd. I said, so it's not quite at the cancellation mark. It's also, I was selling quite a few other titles that, from what I've heard, haven't been canceled. It's selling more than, like, at least issue 1. I also Captain Marvel, Steve Rogers, a couple of them. Well, actually both. Also Samus and Captain Marvel. Also, at least for Marvel, the Miles Morales Spider-Man title. Doctor Strange, though, I heard that's getting canceled, I believe. Nick Fury, which just came out, was also at issue 1. The Invisible Iron Man, which I actually enjoyed that one, so hopefully that doesn't get canceled. The Avengers, that's an interesting one. It outsells the Avengers, which is only at 31,461 books. And it also outsells the main Black Panther title. Iron Fist, and that's in the cancellation. No, that's 20. Iron Fist. It has 28,649 books. I don't know where all the Marvel books. What else? The new Inhumans book. He's also selling that, and I think that's what they're trying to push is the Inhumans. Champions was a cool book. It's like they kind of kid Avengers. That's in the 27,738. Well, another book in the 7,000 is the Uncanny Avengers. Sorry, which is pretty much kind of like the Avengers meet the X-Men kind of book in a way, mixed with the characters. Another Iron Man. This is interesting. The Monsters Unleashed, which is probably like their crossover event they had. Guardians of the Galaxy, Dream On, spin off of Guardians of the Galaxy, blah blah blah. But yeah, they're selling out. It outsells Punisher, Hulk, Jessica Jones. Some of those releases of X-Men books over, like the True Believer line is they release first issue of a comic for $1. So we're not selling the X-Men release of that. Pretty much what I'm saying is, and these books, from what I know, some of them are not really. Another Avenger book, the U.S. Avengers. But what I'm trying to say is that, it's not maybe. There are a lot of books that Marvel's putting out right now that are what's traditionally the danger zone, or this book hasn't yet reached it, unless, like I said, drastic drop maybe. It has to be like really big. I mean, some of these books. So it's an interesting thing. Maybe it's timing. They maybe thought that they were going to have a bigger launch, launch of the title. Maybe that that's going to be higher. No, it's interesting that, like I said, because that's usually around the 10th. Why, traditionally 30,000. If you look at their books, that's actually a common line for them now. So you might want to rethink that cancellation zone area. But what also makes it more interesting, as I mentioned, all these books that they didn't, that are below that and that are not yet canceled. You probably say, if you watch my channel, you've seen the video where I mentioned Marvel's vice president in sales had blamed diversity for their poor sales. Now, some of those books I mentioned were the device characters. They have a group of different people, or books where character used to be like a white guy and it's something different. Maybe woman, maybe person of color, etc. Both, sometimes, I mentioned. A few books like that. But a lot of them weren't. I don't know. It's interesting. And that's what makes it interesting, I think, more. So it's like, well, these books are selling less than that. This is the one that gets canceled. It just doesn't seem right at that time. A little bit after you have somebody higher up, diversity. And you cancel a book in white. It's mostly black, one original character is made of a team. So it doesn't really look good, if you ask me. It's bad timing. And also, interesting, at this earlier stage, comic book industries allow, there's the flappies, like these, but then they also collect books after a while. You have, trade paperbacks. Just say this, and some books that might not be selling as well in the normal, standard comic book do well in trade paperback, either in a comic shop or outside of the comic book shop. And this is way too, since there hasn't been a trade, it's hard to tell how this will do. There's reason to believe that it could sell better outside the market. The writers are not traditional comic writers; they're authors. I think both of them are. That's because of Yona Harvey, both novelists, writers, and so there might be a market outside of comic books that will not if the book is already canceled. Even if I don't have no idea if they're going to trade the first 6 issues. That turns out to so. I don't know if there's any plan of relaunching. It just seems an odd thing. I know business is business, sales are sales. So if it was like a really poor selling title, it's not surprising it gets canceled. But like I said, it's not the best selling, but it's doing medium, average. And as I said, it's probably an area that likely trade might be where it might be better off. So it's odd that they haven't reached that point where they see where the trade paperback is going. That's what I just want to talk about. It's a very weird thing. And timing. It also doesn't work that there's like a storyline. The big storyline right now that you're pushing is like Captain America's like a Hydra. Hydra is like this team that's sort of kind of like a neo-Nazi. There's like comparisons to it, so that's also doesn't look good for them. That's pretty much it, I guess. I just want to talk about that. It's a very odd time. And I was saying, this book is outselling the Avengers, all the Avenger titles. At least I think so. I mean, unless there's another Avenger I'm missing. But from what I can tell, this is outselling them. My advice to Marvel is, since this book is canceled, I think Occupy Avengers is also canceled. Or is in the story, or be soon. Relaunch this title as Black Panther and the Avengers. Same characters, add in, I don't know, somebody, the other Avengers. I mean, there's already Avengers in the team. Black Panther's an Avenger. Luke Cage is an Avenger. I think Manifold is in the original correctly. So you have 3 Avengers in the book. Keep the lineup, but add somebody else. A token white guy. Add Wonder Man or something. And relaunch the book. And see how it goes. Who's in the Avengers? Occupy Avengers. Let me check 1 second. It's actually not a title I read. I don't see what the. So I want to Hawkeye. Add Hawkeye. Yeah, that works. I didn't see anybody say. I just saw the cover. I looked at Hawkeye on the cover, so I'm not sure it was the entire team. That's good. Add Hawkeye. Just saying. Relaunch it. See what goes. I'll give you better sales to both a little bit. Black Panther has a following. And it's kind of sad, I think. I was really enjoying the idea a few months back of black character having a universe. Like it's common like superheroes to be popular. You have spin-off titles and stuff like that. You know, you have different. Superman has a bunch of Superman books, not just of the main character, but you get Superboy, Supergirl, Superwoman, etc. X-Men books, you get all the X-Men, and but then you have spin-offs of the characters that have their own titles, Wolverine, etc., Deadpool. And I thought it was kind of neat, the idea of a black character in the mainstream comic book companies being able to have a cells that are up to that. But this and Worlds of Wakanda both being canceled, so not the same. And even though I enjoyed World of Wakanda, I saw the sales and it did drop a lot. I was like, wow, really? Because they were in 30,000 and he dropped 114,000 by the time it ended. Which is sad. It was a great time. People should have enjoyed it. I don't know. It was an enjoyable title. But, you know. But as I said, this is an odd period of time for Marvel, I think, right now. And I said that I did the video about that diversity. If you haven't seen, it's like a long video. I don't need to go through all that again. But it's, I pretty much covered what's to say. It's like, they're at an odd time for years, years that I've been in comics. Marvel has outsold DC Comics, their main rival. That's changed right now. And it looks like they're trying to figure out what to do. And I mentioned about the vice president blaming the wrong things, probably. Oh, I think so. There's other issues that they need to fix on themselves that aren't really like the diversity issue. It's honestly, a lot of books. And I guess while I'm sad that this is one of the books that have to go, are going, and I think it's odd that it is going, they probably do need to cut down some of the titles, I'll be honest. It's just, I would probably cut down books that are selling less. Because this is like quite in the danger zone. You know, the Avenger titles might have needed the end. As I said, relaunch it. Cancel it. Black Panther, the Avengers. Black Panther, the Avenger crew. You'll do better sales. Trust me. Or if you don't want to just have Black Panther since he's already an Avenger, just a new Avenger title, and yet this is the team. Just like you mentioned, doing Hawkeye or Wonder Woman, Vision or something. It'd be cool. Alright, that's my video. Sometimes I talk about comic books, sometimes I do ASMR videos, whatever I feel like doing. If you like it, check it. And you want to see more, you can subscribe, hit the notification video bell thing. Like it if you want. Let me know what you think about Black Panther, the crew, the cancellation. I don't know. It just, Racing Comics, is it? I mean, like I mentioned, the diversity thing. This is a team that's mostly black, and I believe Manifold is original, but they're all brown-skinned people. In that time period after, I'm saying this doesn't. That's the thing. Probably, if it, I enough, I would have been saying like, oh, I enjoyed the book, and kind of wouldn't have thought about race. Except for maybe I wish people open their minds up, and even if they might not look like any of the characters, check it out. They might have liked the book. But the fact, as I mentioned, the comments of the VP of Sales, that's Captain Marvel, America. Give me a second. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. And looking at the sales compared to the other ones, other titles they put out, it's just not good. Just let me know what you think. Yeah. That's it. Oh, and I don't know, since if you know any cool minority comic book lines that aren't by Marvel DC, I'll be interested in knowing more. Let me know. I try to keep up with everything, but independents aren't always easy to find, so there's probably something I'm missing, and that'd be cool because, like I said, that I did enjoy Marvel's push for diversity. It looks like they're pushing away from that now, or they might be trying to. And so I'd like to know what am I if I'm missing anything out there. Check out some. So if you know any cool black comic books, independent black comic books out there, I would love to know about more that I'm probably missing. I try to keep up with it, but like I said, they don't have the push and advertising and everything. They're not always in the comic book shop, so you might not find them. So, let me know.